velvet, the drama really means nothing to me. I ride by and blow your brains out. There's no time to cock it, no way you can stop it when niggas.
Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Welcome to the firing range, where you get in line and you get lined up. You understand me? Today's victim, my next target, are these cockroaches out here in Washington. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. 60 years ago, George Preston Marshall was the most racist owner in the NFL. He was the last owner to allow a black man to play for his football team. Picture that. You are in Chocolate City. You are in Washington, D.C., one of the blackest cities, blackest states in the country. But yet, a black man cannot play for your team. That was your owner. He is the founder of your franchise. Everything you love about your franchise came from a plantation owner. That's a fact. That's not innuendo. That's not me being petty. That's not a rumor. That's a fact. Go Google it. And 60 some odd years later, after Preston Marshall let a black man play for his team so he can get a new stadium, this other bozo, this freaking womanizing, cocaine sniffing, blackballed owner Dan Snyder, literally turned down an extra $1 billion just so he wouldn't sell to a black man. Ain't that some shit? My man Brian Davis offered $7 billion for the Washington team, and he was turned down for a $6 billion offer from the man from Philly. Washington, you disgust me, and every black man or black woman who roots for that team should feel ashamed. You should feel like Uncle Tom. You should feel like Samuel L. Jackson from Django every time you put on those red colors. Every time you say, "Who are we, the Commanders?" You should feel like a fucking idiot. You disgust me. You're racist. Indian people don't like you. Black people don't like you. The white people who woke don't even like you. Nobody likes you. You shouldn't be sold. You shouldn't be auctioned off. You should be annihilated. You should be obliterated. You should be delegated to the AFL or the XFL. That's what you really should be happening to you right now. Straight up and down. At the end of the day, I don't understand Washington content creators either. For years, I've had to deal with Washington content creators who sit here and tell me it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We got Dwayne Haskins. Y'all got Daniel Jones. We got Dwayne Haskins. He threw 50 touchdowns at Ohio State. How'd that turn out, Washington fans? How'd that turn out for you? Yeah. Oh, we have Alex Smith now. Now we have Alex Smith, man. All we needed was a quarterback. We got this defense. How did that turn out for you? Oh, Taylor Heineke played Tom Brady close in a playoff game. Taylor Heineke. How did that turn out for you? Oh, we got Carson Wentz now. Now we got Carson Wentz. Yeah. We're going to resurrect what he did in Philly. We're going to get the real Carson Wentz. How did that turn out for you? And now you got some bum named Sam Howell. How do you think that's going to turn out for you? It amazes me how you continue to put up with ineptitude at the quarterback position. Everybody talks about Cowboy fans, how they lose, and they say we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. Well, have you ever stopped to think, what about Washington fans who continue to support a team that is racist, incompetent in the front office, and continues to blow quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback? What are you waking up being optimistic about when you put on your Washington jersey, when you turn on your Washington podcast, whatever it is you do to consume your Washington content? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why am I giving them my energy? What have they done to deserve my loyalty? What have they done to deserve for me to have faith in them? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself that? Have you ever looked in the mirror when you put them clothes on? Have you ever looked at yourself in the eyes and said, why am I doing this? Because I don't know why you are. I don't know. You have a head coach who has literally not had a winning record in 7 years. The last time Ron Rivera had a winning record, Cam Newton was still balling. He lost to the Saints in the first round. Remember, he didn't have a winning record when he went to the playoffs a couple years ago. He had a losing record. The Eagles had to tank to give him that game. Ron Rivera is the worst coach in the NFL. He's living off his rep. And I don't know why he's living off his rep, because if anything, he should be condemned for not winning more with Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly in their primes. He's a joke. He's a bozo. He's Riverboat Ron. He's a bad gambler. He loses all the time. If Riverboat Ron flop pocket aces, he'd lose. He'd find a way to lose to him. And then you got an owner who does cocaine on planes and makes draft picks. He pimps out his own cheerleaders to get season ticket holders to actually show up to games. Your own owner has to prostitute his cheerleaders just to get his season ticket holders not to sell to the opposing team. You almost murdered Jalen Hurts. Your cheap, sorry, dusty-ass building that you call a damn stadium almost collapsed on Jalen Hurts like a year ago. You had the audacity, you had the balls to let whatever that Mahomes kid is, Jackson Mahomes, the little fruitcake that he is, you had the audacity to let him do a TikTok dance on Sean Taylor's fucking jersey? You had Sean Taylor's number retired and you let him do a TikTok dance on it? And speaking of Sean Taylor, you gave him the ugliest statue I've ever seen in my life. The ugliest statue I've ever seen in my life. That's not Sean Taylor. This is the franchise that you cockroach fans wake up every day and you support. Remember when I used to go in on Kevin Durant years and years ago, and I used to say, you are a sucker for condoning sucker shit? That's how I feel about Washington fans. Remember when I used to say, if you condone the sucker stuff that KD does, that makes you a sucker. If you're comfortable rooting for a sucker, that makes you one too. So if you wake up every day and you root for Washington, you condone the actions of the owner. You condone the losing ass head coach. You condone drunk general managers picking bad players. You condone every little thing that this organization stands for, because you continue to put that jersey on, you continue to paint your face, you continue to put money in that owner's pocket, and you continue to run your mouth to people like me who don't want to hear the shit. So I don't want to hear about how much you hate Snyder. I don't want to hear about how much you're sick of Ron Rivera. I don't want to hear how much you hate that building and you need a new arena. I don't want to hear it, because you continue to spend your hard-earned money on a team that does sucker, foul, racist shit. Time and time and time again. What are they saying, coaching? Either you're coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. I rest my case. Washington, I just had a vision. I just saw the future. Be quiet for a second. Let me tell you what's going to happen over the next 8 months. You're going to have a shitty draft. You're going to have a shitty training camp. You're going to have a shitty season. Chase Young is a bust. Terry McLaurin is going to start demanding a trade by sometime in October because the quarterback can't get in the ball. And Ron Rivera is going to get fired before Thanksgiving by the new owner because he didn't hire him. Get ready to be rooting for whatever top 5 pick you're going to have in the 2024 draft. That's your future. Hate it or love it. I've spoken. Y'all should have left me alone. I'm in my feelings. You know, it's true what they say. Hurt people do hurt people. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm hurt right now. Somebody needs to feel my pain. Why should I sit here and have to stomach the brunt of my emotions? Why should I have to keep it to myself? Why should I have to be the bigger person and take shit and let it go? No. I'm going to vent. People are going to feel my pain. Misery loves company. I want the people who make me miserable to be miserable with me. It's not okay for you to go on with your fucking life and leave me in a shithole. It's not gonna work like that. I am willing to cause chaos. I am willing to burn. I am willing to go down with the shit as long as you come with me. Bottom line. That had nothing to do with Washington, but you gotta take it too. Everybody fucking getting it until I feel better. And that's that. So Washington, come to the front, turn around, put a smile on your ugly ass face, and take these shots.